Hi my YouTuber friends, it's Scarpunk again with another video, and this video is about homelessness in the sense that people always say you're one step away from being homelessness, but is that actually true? Is there a way to avoid it? After this intro.
Friday night we'll be drinking out of Sherritt's, going out to terrorize Goyam.
Well, I'm back. Well, there's living proof of this. You know, I saw this van guy who lived at a van, and he had an apartment, and he chose. Actually, you listen to him, and you'll see for yourself. Here he is.
Basically, it was by desire, and it turned into necessity when I was laid off from my job last year. They just weren't making the money to pay my wage anymore, so it turned into necessity really fast. And it's kind of funny that if I wasn't already planning on living in a van and didn't have that mindset that I'm going to live in a van, then where would I be now? Like, if I had an apartment and I was still in my apartment, I would have lost the apartment. I would have been out on the streets or in a shelter or wherever. I wouldn't have been in an insulated van with electricity and every need that I need is right here. So yeah, it's van life, both by desire and by necessity. They can help you out. They help me out. I don't think I'd go back to sticks and bricks even if I could, and I'm just used to this now.
Exactly, folks. So you heard it from him himself. This is a van guy, who was it could have been homeless. If he never had the van, he could have been on the street and have nothing. So you see, he's living proof of many. He's one of many living proof that the deception that you're one step away from being homeless is not true. And like I said, this is just my opinion, and I've said this a million times, and I said it on another couple of videos. Some of these people who are homeless don't need to be homeless. Some people made themselves homeless not by saying that, oh, I want to be homeless, because when you're a child or when you're growing up and your parents say, what would you want to be when you grow up? Someone will say, I'd like to be a fireman when I grow up, or a police officer when I grow up, or a doctor, or a nurse. Nobody says, when I grow up, I want to be a bum. When I grow up, I want to be homeless. When I grow up, I want to be a prostitute. But these things happen because of the choices people make. Some people say it's not an accident. What's the word? I'm looking for a word for it, actually. Is it accident? I don't know. I'm trying to find a word. Say it's circumstances, but I believe it's the choices people make. Because I've always said this as well. What choices you choose to do now when you're young will determine how you turn out when you get up tomorrow. In other words, what you do today as a younger person, or decisions you make today, will determine how you turn out tomorrow. So, you're not necessarily want to be homeless or be a prostitute or anything like that. I'm not saying it's all the same thing, but don't want to do that, but people do. It happens because of people's choices, bad choices, sometimes. Sometimes it's people who run away because they've been abused and stuff like that. But the point I'm trying to make is some of these people don't need to be homeless if they think of a simpler way to live. And I say living out a van, even temporarily, can save you. If you can drive or you have a vehicle, you don't have to be homeless. Because at the end of the day, you're not homeless. You're just houseless. If you choose the lifestyle. Like I said, I do it part-time still, but the fact still remains. I still do it. I choose to do it because it's great. It's fun. It's a cheaper, simpler way to live. So yes, the answer is yes. You don't have to. You're not one step away from being homelessness. Not everybody. Is Bill Gates one step away from being homeless? Is Elon Musk one step away from being homeless? Is the guy from Facebook one step away from homelessness? Not necessarily. Definitely not. You know? And I'm not talking about just those rich people. I'm talking about other people as well. You know, regular working class people. So no, you don't have to be one step away from homelessness. I think it's the choices you make and it's the things you think about and what you do. You know, I could have, be homeless, but I chose not. I chose a better, cheaper way to live. I know when I couldn't afford to pay for a place, I didn't stay there and wait there all day. I mean, not all day. I mean, didn't stay there and wait and haggle with the landlord. I simply cut my losses and moved on, and that saved me a lot of time as well. And that's it. It's just a short video. You know, are we really one step away from homelessness? I say the answer, and this is just my opinion, like I said before. My answer is no. I don't think so. Some people are, some people are not, depending on how your behavior is and what you think and what choices you make. Like this guy here with the van that you saw earlier. Having the van saved him. He never knew he was going to get laid off, but it happened. He got laid off, and he said himself he could have been homeless on the streets and been evicted. But he chose to live in his van, and now he loves his van. He got electric and everything. Why would he go back into housing? I wouldn't, would you? Of course, I have a base. But even if you don't have a base, why would you go back into housing and pay some stupid landlord high rent? Anyway, keep it nice, keep it sweet, and keep it real. Alright, guys? You got it. See you in the next video. I'm out. Keep it punk, baby. Oi, oi! Laters.
Friday night we'll be drinking out of Chevets, going out to terrorize for young. Starving kids, doing 6 up, long by Saturday morning.